Whew. Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII-2 on the Mysterious JG. Took some Dayquil. Hopefully I'll be a little less disgusting as we enter into Serah's dreams, which are presumably not about somebody who sounds disgusting. Although, who am I to judge?
Look at her. Asleep like a baby.
Oh, she's back in her Final Fantasy XIII-1 outfit.
Why don't you do it?
At once, all of you.
I'll get her up. Hey, Serah! Wake up!
Hilarious.
What are you doing sleeping out here?
It is a really nice day for a nap, I've got to say.
But you're completely covered in bug bites now.
Where am I?
Not in your bed, for starters.
Yeah.
You still dreaming?
Maybe I am.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go find someone else and then discuss whether or not we're all going to yell
For lunch anyway.
her name, and then one of us will yell her name. You can eat me. Eat my shorts. I actually don't have a whole lot of shorts for you to
come
eat.
Back to New Bodham? Or is this just part of a dream?
Have I got full exploration here already? Good. Okay, that means I don't have to worry about achieving it. That's part of this fantasy thing. Well, she still appears to be a capable of combat.
I know school is out right now, but what
For
will
summer.
the students think if they see teacher dozing
School's
on the
out.
grass?
Is this a dream? Can I take a nap? Where are we? What year is it? Is this a dream? Sure.
Listen, LeBro, I'm not sure, but I think this might be a dream. I was in the void beyond, and...
Huh?
The void beyond who? Now,
You mean
which
what?
do you think is a dream? Me or this void
I don't
place?
know, I'm so confused. But LeBro, tell me, is this really my village?
Where else would it be? And let me tell you, the monsters out here are real too. So
We're
why
not
don't you run home,
dreamboat
hot
monsters. A dreamboat sealant.
dog? Ah, girl, I would love to be you.
You know, main character. What is that even about?
Not a care in the world, snoozing in the
Oh.
grass. Must be nice being in Serah Land all the time.
Well, it is pretty cool.
What are you doing, standing there gawking at me? Are you still dreaming of Moogles and Moondust?
Moogle dust and moongles.
You're supposed to be a teacher. At least try to act like you know what's what.
But don't get political in the classroom, or you'll be in trouble.
It's not like you to slack off like that. Have you been working too hard in the fields?
By the way, my Hope doing a different voice. Where's Noel? Have you seen Mog? I wasn't feeling well. What happened to the meteorite?
Hey, Huge, I wonder what happened to the meteorite.
The lunar meteorite?
Nothing fell around here as far as I know.
Nothing near the village?
I didn't mention the meteorite falling. Oh.
I think you just dreamed it up during your nap.
Yeah, so I didn't mention the meteorite falling. Why did you know that it fell? Other than the fact that that's the definition of a
I know
meteorite.
Kaya stabbed me, but there's no wound.
It's another peaceful day. Hey, I have a thought. Maybe things are too easy for you these days.
Maybe I'm getting
Getting
knocked
bored?
around by this NPC. I'd sure love to be you, girl. I mean,
Naps outside the village. Yeah, I'm still here. Someone's got to keep a lookout for monsters, right?
Sure. Okay, you can't talk to these generics, but you can't talk to these guys. The members
Can't
of
wait for you to get back to Nora House.
Nora. That's, I was forgetting what they were called from that. Maki said something is... Wait, he didn't say someone is waiting at Nora House. He just says he can't wait for me to get back there. Presumably he's up to no good. Someone's waiting for me at the Nora House? Who? Get back to what?
They can't? Why? What's the big occasion?
Well, Serah, they're really worried about you, of course.
And your weird
Tell you
napping.
what you should do. You should hurry back and let them know you're okay.
Take advice from
I
me.
had dreamed everything that
The
happened
most
up until now?
uninteresting of all the members of our group. I think he's supposed to be like the young genius or something. I guess
You know,
blue-haired
Serah,
guy
you
would be
really
the least
don't seem like
interesting.
yourself. Not one bit.
I think you've been replaced by an evil clone.
I have to stand out here and look for monsters.
Monsters, stay away.
Boy, am I ever bored. I wish something exciting would happen.
Girl, I wish I was you.
Shouldn't you get back to Nora House?
That's clearly what's going to advance the story. Let's go.
You were sleeping like
I
a
can't
baby
believe I
out
remembered his
there.
name.
You sure do have it easy.
I just kept thinking, waiting for... Godot says I have it easy. How should I respond? Knee him in the groin. Don't you like it here? I'm not happy at all. What do you mean I have it easy? I work hard too. I'm not happy at all, because she is a little confused.
Well, I'm not happy. To be honest, I have no idea where I am or what's going on.
No, neither do
Listen
I.
to me, Serah. Staying happy is a heck of a lot harder than becoming happy, if you know what I mean. So don't
So
ask
some
me
kid
for
goes,
advice, 'cause I don't have any. Anyway, you better get a move on. You know who's waiting.
Voldemort?
No, who? Could
I would
be
think that he would empathize with us for not
Please
knowing
don't
what's going
stab
on.
me.
You're not gonna go inside? No more catnaps on the beach.
Ever.
Stay close to the village.
So, there's cool motorbike. There's really not a whole lot to do here. I don't think we get to interact with anybody except for the members of Nora. It's clearly either going to be Snow or Lightning who's inside the house waiting for us to get back. And it doesn't seem like we really get to... do anything with any of these zones. I feel bad. It seems like somebody went to a lot of trouble designing all these areas. There's not a lot of cause to interact with them in game. Let's do what the story wants and go to the Nora house here.
Hey, there you are.
Ooh, okay, so it's Snow.
Snow,
I thought it was going to be Lightning.
what are you doing here?
What? I'm not allowed to hang out in my own place? You.
Yeah, I don't like taking naps outside, you know.
You went looking for my sister. You left ages ago.
Oh, I gave up on
What are you
that.
talking about? Lightning hasn't gone anywhere that I know of.
What?
She's living right here with us ever since we got married, remember?
She's the creepy old aunt who's going to,
You
like,
okay?
hit on our kid. I'm thinking creepy old uncle. There isn't really a creepy old aunt who hits on the kids. Like, there is the creepy old uncle thing. There's variants. There's the creepy old uncle who hits on the niece's friends. There's the creepy uncle who smokes pot and buys the kids beer. There isn't really a creepy old aunt. I guess you've got the weird old aunt who, like, lives by herself and hates everybody. That's kind of a different archetype.
Sarah, where are you going? Sarah!
Really enjoys watching MacGyver with the other creepy old aunt.
Everything's falling apart.
Like that novel from South Africa. She's really fighting against her fantasy harder than Noel did, apparently.
Where did everyone go?
Would you just accept the dark, shadowy fantasy we've given you? Because it's all lit like it's an evil nightmare, even though everyone's saying nice stuff. Like, you shouldn't nap outside. That's the nicest thing anyone can say to you.
Is this a dream world? Am I trapped? Am I the only one here?
Well, there's some kind of translucent mog here. I got the Nora symbol.
Is lightning here somewhere? And maybe snow?
Well, you just saw Snow. He's what really drove you into thinking this is a nightmare.
Lightning, please. Help me.
I'm gonna take a nap until all this goes away.
Answer me.
She was convinced it was a nightmare only by the appearance of Snow, and now the lack of snow is freaking her out.
Maggie, where are you?
Oh, Mackie? That's the character you're going to reach to for help? Do I keep waiting around until you name the other Godot and other blue-haired guy? Or yellow-haired guy? I don't know which one is Mackie. Where's Final Fantasy 13-1, which is not a real thing. Lightning. So that'll probably advance the story. But it's Caius in a wig.
You?
Welcome home, Serah.
Lightning, why are you here?
Because you want
Where
me
else
to
would
be.
I be?
In this place, you can see all your heart's desires come true.
For example, people you know continuing to
Change
exist.
history, and you're back where you belong.
Okay, in fairness, her sister
This is
had
it.
disappeared, so...
Your adventure's over. Serah, come with me. Your family's waiting.
To kill you.
Yes. My family.
And her eyes glaze over and show that she's been hypnotized.
Right. I'm home. My family are all here.
You don't think this is actually an evil trap and she's not really home, do you? There's subtle
Deep in my
hints.
heart, the truth still glinted like a razor. This wasn't real. It was a dream. If I accepted it, my journey through time would end.
But at least it would be an alternate
My
ending.
sister was here. Snow was here. If I stayed, I would be with everyone I'd ever loved.
Pretty neat,
This is
huh?
what I'd been searching for. All this time. I'd found my home. I'd found happiness.
It was a warm gun. Whoa. Lightning is showing me a world of hope. Should I quit the journey and stay with her? Saying yes gives you game over, but it also unlocks one of the alternate endings, and you're supposed to eventually get them all, so I'm inclined to say yes. The only thing I'd not clear, you say no to obviously continue the story. Accepting the dream gives you game over, but let's just see it once and hope that our load isn't too... We don't have to go too far back to load the game, because I probably should have saved before I talked to Lightning, now that I think about it, but oh well. Yeah, let's quit the journey and stay with her.
Serah, let's go.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, other than the fact that the skies look really dark and foreboding, it wasn't a bad setup she had there. Make my dreams come true by trapping me in hell.
Just being here with my sister fills me with joy. I'm home.
Let's look at how bright and wonderful everything
In
is.
some ways, it's almost like that happiness has taken over, forcing out the feelings that were there before.
The thoughts, the doubts, the understanding of the world
At
around
first
me.
I was overwhelmed with loss, but soon even that feeling faded away with the rest.
What loss? I thought you'd accepted that this fantasy is wonderful land.
Now every day is paradise. Lightning is here with me, and Snow as well.
Various other characters whose names you're meant to remember.
Huge, Godot and Mackie, the whole gang.
The huge.
Sometimes
Oh,
Sass
Zaz
and
is
Sun
here.
come to visit.
And then disappear when I tire of them.
And guess what? Hope had some great news for us. He said he was pretty sure they might be able to save Fang and Vanille from the pillar.
I don't really care, but...
I'm content. I like my life the way it is. There's only one thing that keeps it from being perfect.
The dark, foreboding nightmare
I
sky.
can't remember a certain person. I know he was a friend,
Oh, you're thinking of Dodge.
and I'm sure we were close. But no matter how I try, I can't recall his face or his name or even how his voice sounded.
Well, huge is pretty generic. Why? I'm here in the
It's so strange. Who could he be?
And, how would he integrate into my fantasy of happy home life? Because that would get pretty weird with him
In
and
my
Snow.
room, I have a mirror. I never use it. It scares me.
Evil can't face itself.
On the other side of that mirror, there's a whole other world. And if I peek inside, I'll be lost. Or so it seems to me.
But I'm kind of kooky.
When I told Snow how I felt, of course he said I was just being silly.
Then he slapped me. This world's getting kind of dark.
Maybe I am. I can live with that.
Oh, but now she's looking in the mirror. I thought she couldn't do that.
All I want is for these wonderful, magical days to continue. stretch on forever.
And not to notice the nightmare backgrounds.
This is where I'll stay. I'm home, and I never want to leave.
I'm not 100% clear on what happens to the rest of the world if she stops her quest. Like, is it actually bad for everyone else or not? Because clearly, she and Noel are trapped in these like fantasy realms where they're happy, but not actually doing. Oh, hollow seclusion, you're unknown. There's one more fragment we got in Serendipity. Apparently you get it by playing the slot machine for hours on end. So I have to figure out some time to do that. Probably not recording the whole thing, but... let's jump back in here. See just how much replaying we have to do. Oh, apparently not too much. We're going into New Bottom, 00X as fuck. Oh, we jumped straight back here. That's convenient. That is convenient, actually. The game recognizes that you knew that was the wrong choice. They didn't make it subtle.
Is it really you?
No, skip ahead. Lightning's pretty much evil. Yes button's grayed out. Let's not go with her.
I couldn't do it.
Although I obviously
When
could,
I
I just
lost
did.
faith in the future, Noel came and gave me hope.
Now I gotta go pull him out of his dumbass fantasy, whatever it
Snow
is.
left his home and his friends. He traveled through time to save others.
Not that that's ever
Hope
explained.
worked feverishly to save Cocoon. And then
Alyssa betrayed
there
us,
was
I think.
Vanille and Fang.
But I never really...
Trapped in Crystal, Hope.
Part of the reason I never really understood what was going on with Alyssa betraying us the first time I played the game through was because Serah never goes... There's no follow-up to that as far as I can remember. Serah never goes back to her and, like, you know, murders her or something. Not that that's something I was expecting to have happen, but...
And Cocoon in the sky. I couldn't desert them to live in this world of dreams. I couldn't betray them.
Sorry,
I'm so sorry.
but you're not actually Lightning, so why am I apologizing to you? Oh, it's Caius.
Don't give up.
Don't give up on me, baby. I guess we don't know who told us not to give up. None of our business.
That's not my sister.
Bloody well, Roy. Decide. I just remembered who it is who tells you not to give up. Sorry. Stud.
Who was that? And why is she trying to help me?
Or is it a guy with a really high voice? Oh, there's a person to talk to at the meteor crash landing zone. So if you refuse to accept the fantasy, you just get stuck living in empty bottom by yourself forever.
Somebody is helping me, but no one's here.
Including, thankfully, pointless monster fights. Oh, well, of course there are. Damn it, game.
Keep going.
Kupo? Oh wait, that's not me.
That voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Where? It must be Boris Badenoff. That voice! Where have I heard that voice?
Serah!
Stud! That's right, you didn't think you were getting through the whole game without having to hear from me, did ya? I didn't realize how much I enjoyed making fun of Vanille until suddenly she wasn't in the game. Suddenly I'm playing through a whole game of this nonsense without Vanille to make fun of.
You can do it.
Rainbows and sunshine and the secret to hope and all that kind of shit.
I don't see anyone. But I'm not alone.
There's plants here.
Not far now.
Soon you'll be reunited with me, the disembodied monster arm. Oh wait, that disembodied monster arm that appeared was not who was talking.
Where's the gate? There's nothing left.
Well, there's nothing left but the girl in the weird foxtail costume. Oh, never mind. You can't actually see that.
Vanille!
She actually did meet Vanille, and they had a long and involved conversation
really
before finding out what was going on in the story.
That's a good question. Put it this way. It's the real me, but inside a dream. I'm still sleeping in the crystal pillar, you see.
In my dream,
dreaming
Fang and
about
I
it
both
too.
exist, and that's
So
essentially
it's like
all my character really
we're
wanted.
meeting inside each other's heads.
Ugh.
So this is a dream after all.
There's not much room in your
Why
head,
did you
Vanille.
come?
Because you needed help.
Blimey.
Oh, you've never met Fang before, have you?
No.
She's a
We've
real
come to pull
peach.
you out of this fantasy of yours.
You're trapped in a dream that never ends somewhere in the void beyond. If we don't help, you'll never wake up.
And that, my girl, is why we're here.
Waking you up somehow affects us, the people who are trapped eternally in crystal sleep.
Thank you.
We're just showing you a way out. You're the one who made the decision to wake up and leave this world. If you hadn't rejected the fake lightning, we would never have been able to reach you, and you'd still
The
be
fake
stuck in
lightning
the
is
dream.
named Thunder, by the way.
I almost
Thunder
believed her.
Paradise.
The fake lightning, I mean. But then I remembered my sister is fighting in Valhalla.
Pretty cool, huh?
Snow and Hope, they're fighting their own battles as well. Out of all of us, I was the only one who was running away from the
We're not
truth.
interested.
That's all right. Because now it's your turn to help someone. You're not the only one who's trapped in a dream they can't wake up from.
You mean no?
There's also
You
everyone
want
who's
to go
listening
find
to
him. I reckon you
the
can
dog-faced
save him,
gremlin
Serah.
Rick Steiner. The nightmare you can't wake up from. Jokes Bobo would enjoy, except he's not watching
Guess
this.
our time's up, huh?
Yes.
At least we got a paycheck out of all this horse hockey. Up to this point, our voice actresses were really
around.
stiffed.
Bye.
Yep. Pay us now. They have bigger parts in the next game, although you don't get to play as them. The next game you play only as Lightning. But almost every character of import from the prior games gets to show up. Pretty much everyone except Bartandalas. Yeah, might as well. There's really not a whole lot of point in hanging around in the bottom at this point.
Okay, it's time to find Noel.
Because otherwise I'll be leveling up ahead of him, except that we both hit our level cap, so none of that matters really.
Guess what, Lightning? I met Vanille again.
And Fang, it was really not that
She
exciting.
saved me once 3 years ago, and today she came to help me. I owe her my life twice now.
I'm her eternal slave.
And I met Fang for the first time, too. We only talked a while, but she kind of reminded me of you.
You know, a lesbian.
Even though they're
Sorry.
still trapped in crystal. They reached out to me, showed me a way out of my dream.
One
One day,
get
I'm going to
out
pay
of
them
my
back. I
dreams.
promise.
Wait,
I wonder what kind of dream Noel is living in. Whatever it is, I'm going to wake him out of it. And together, we'll find you, Lightning.
maybe we'll actually learn something about Noel's character, because we really don't know a whole lot right now. What do you want to bet that Noel's dream doesn't involve introducing any new characters that we don't already know? Because that would involve work. Anyways, I guess we'll save. Not that there's any real... I mean, the big thing that you potentially it would have been a good idea to save before doing is choosing to fall for the fake lightning's lies and get trapped in the fantasy, but apparently that doesn't really harm you too much. They do have the decency to send you right back to that decision point. So, Dying World 700 as fuck, I think is the closest thing we're going to have to a regular old playable sequence of game that we've had in a while now. So I've right back in. So we do have scenes of whatever's to come, which involves Caius, not that shockingly, and Noel. But no narration. It's tragic. However, at least the altered music for the Historia Crux means we probably aren't getting copyright strikes for all this. Oh, I hope I suddenly don't get copyright strikes all over the place when I try to get to the ending again.
Lightning. I've come a long way, and it's all thanks to Noel.
Come a long way.
That's why when I reach Valhalla, I want him with me.
Sure. Instead of snow.
So here I am, inside the memory of a lost future. I've come
Statues
to lead
of
Noel
women
away from
standing
this
on top of
cold,
each other.
distant world.
Ooh. Here's one of the few new maps in the whole game. So, oh, is that Japanese? Oh no, it's not. It's English. Long ago when I was just a boy? What? So this game, has a lot of repetitive maps. I distinctly remember this place from playing it years ago. It kind of left an impression because you're in this big, by the standards of the rest of the game, this is a huge area to explore, and it's really, really empty. If I was listening to the lyrics, they would probably be really meaningful. Although you tend to reveal a lot of map at one time when you move around. Ooh, that looks like it might be something to interact with. Oh, it's actually Noel. He just killed a behemoth. Good for him. Well, it's an uphill battle with no Serah or monsters to help.
This one put up a tough fight. Hunting alone is harder than it looks.
No?
Hi, Serah.
But this should do it for the birthday feast.
Lots of cold, raw meat. He just fucking knocks her over.
No!
What kind of dream are you having that doesn't involve me being here?
This place, it must be Noel's dream world.
Boy, Noel's dream world sucks. Alright, folks, when we come back next time, we're going to continue exploring Noel's sucky dream world. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed me sniffling my way through Serah's dream. Next time, I'll cough my way through Noel's dream. See you then.